And we back! Today, every single lottery spot will be represented. We're gonna have somebody on our team that was the first pick, the second pick, the third pick, all the way down to the 14th overall pick. And we definitely didn't just Google to make sure that it was 14 picks in the lottery. We knew that off the top of the dome. Of course, we're an NBA genius. So I gotta think very, very strategically to make sure I get the best second overall pick and the best 7th overall pick and so on and so forth. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if we do fail this challenge, one of y'all are getting a jersey from NBA.com. All you have to do is comment down on your Twitter and leave a like on the episode. I just gotta say, the last 2 challenges that we did this week, we failed both. So I am here for maximum redemption because right now we are losing a lot of money. Now, if you've been keeping up, we are on a crazy hot streak. We're getting some high overall picks. We're running with the Boston Celtics today, and the Boston Celtics are gonna have the 9th overall pick, which you'll take. We'll take 9th overall pick. A top 10 pick is dope. But I do want to say I think we landed on the Celtics like twice in the last 2 weeks. So if you're a Celtics hater and you just hate that green so much, this ain't the video for you, I guess. Either way, 9th overall pick. Hopefully, got us somebody that was a former lottery pick, so we don't have to worry about nothing, and he can be a staple in this video. It's Dame, who was the 6th overall pick. We got Claxton, who would not register. We got a lot of players. Marvin Bagley would. Are we going to use our 2nd overall pick on Marvin Bagley? I don't know. But it seems like we got 3 players because Shaedon Sharpe is here, but low-key Shaedon Sharpe. Oh, Chris Dunn? Yo, Chris Dunn is a good budget option because let's be real. We got a 14-man roster. We not playing all 14 players. And Chris Dunn at 5th overall pick might be low-key decent. He's on a minimum contract. Now I got to make sure there's nobody else at 5 that we really mess with. But that's not too bad. And Damian Lillard at 6 can be our star. I'm messing with it. We got Claxton. We got a lot of nice young pieces to potentially mess around with. Now we got to figure out who is the player we want to pair him with. Now, unfortunately for us, like a guy like Giannis is drafted right outside the lottery. Nikola Jokic was a 2nd round pick. Luka's a 3rd overall pick. We're not going to have the assets to get Luka. Embiid also 3rd overall pick. LeBron 1st, of course. KD number 2. So we actually do got a decent amount of guys. I was thinking that a lot of these dudes is going to be, oh, we got a good amount of guys. Hold on. All right, so we're represented with the 6th overall pick. Damian Lillard is the best we could get at 6. Cool. Now we got to look at these assets. 3.5 star, 3.5 star, 2.5 star. Where's Sharpe? Ooh, oh, Sharpe's only 3.5. Why did I expect him to be 4? And then our draft picks aren't too crazy either. So we got some decent stuff. I thought Sharpe was going to be a lot more valuable in the market, but I guess not. Okay, so I don't want to go in line. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say, oh, let's go get the 1st overall pick first, because that's, it is what it is. Because we can get the 1st overall pick and it can be like Derrick Rose. We can go trade for Derrick Rose right now and it won't cost us nothing. We can go trade for Blake Griffin. It won't cost us nothing. Is there a first overall pick dude that we really, really like? I mean, obviously the answer would be LeBron James in this hypothetical, but he's also making so much money that it makes me not want to do it. So let's move on to 2nd overall picks. Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, D'Angelo Russell, Victor Oladipo, Kevin Durant is obviously the best active player. We do got Ja Morant, but we also do have Damian Lillard, so we're not thinking about that. You know what I'm going to do? Let me just go pair Dame with the guy I think will probably be best for him. And we got to figure out who that is. It could be AD, and we can get rid of that 1st overall pick spot. I actually really, really want Jayson Tatum. So let's go try to trade for, what did they call him when he was drafted? Eventually going to be 10-time Tatum, because they thought he was going to make an All-NBA team 10 times in his career. And how many times? Was he at 1 under his belt right now? He's going to have 2 by the end of the season? No, he's already got 2 under his belt. That's crazy, bro. Can we take a second to appreciate Tatum? Man. All right, so in order to get Jayson Tatum, $30 million, we're obviously going to have to throw in Sharpe. He's our best young asset. K-Base Diop is super valuable too, but that's not who I tried to click on. Sharpe only has 3-star value for them. We can give them Nicholas Claxton too, and we can also give them Kelda. I'm willing to give up all 3 of these dudes to get them. Then we will take back Frankie Ntilikina, because Frankie Ntilikina can pass the challenge with the former 8th overall pick. They're going to say no because, well, we're talking about Jayson Tatum. We got 1 1st-round pick. Man, these 1st-round picks are not valuable at all. 2 1st-round picks. Yeah, it's not gonna get done. We're gonna have to do another avenue to make that happen because our 1st-round picks aren't worth anything. Well, I can't say not worth anything, but they're not valuable, which is we need value. Marvin Bagley and Wenyen Gabriel for a 3-star pick and Gary Harris. Go sign some players in free agency like Peter Tucker, Mike Muscala, the typical suspects. And we do it that way. We got a 1st-round pick that's super valuable, but that's not it. Because I also want to go get another player that's super valuable. So we'll use PJ Tucker and Gary Harris in the second. That's going to get us a valuable-ish player or an additional first-round pick that's top 3 protected. And it is what it is. I think that's what we're going to do. And then now we throw Loon Dog, DiVincenzo, and our own 2023 together. Because again, our picks are not valuable. So if we throw those together, that might go get us an extra piece that's like a Miles Turner and they're giving us a pick. It's not too bad. So that's the deal we're going to do. All right. Now we got the pieces of Claxton. I'm going to make one of them a power forward because they're going to be like, oh, we don't need too many centers. See, I'm playing the game here. I'm playing the game. I'm playing the system of whatever GM got Jayson Tatum, and they're going to accept this next trade offer for sure. It's going to have both of these bigs, and then it's going to have Sharp and some picks. I forgot Turner's contract was $34 million. Like, that's insane. We can take in a contract like we could take Isaiah Hartenstein's contract. Shout out to iHeart. And then we can also take Greg Brown, who's not valuable to you. And now we got that 1 first-round pick from the Rock. Oh my God! Did you see the value of that pick? I might have got finessed because that pick. No, I didn't get finessed. You know why? Because we got Jayson Tatum. So I got. Let me erase 3 and 6 because I need to make sure I keep track of these things. No, but that pick was one of the most valuable picks, and that was the Houston Rockets. So keep that in mind. Once we get to the end of this video, we got to see what the Houston Rockets end up doing because they pick ended up being the most valuable pick I've ever seen. They got Trae Young, Zach LaVine, OG Anunoby. Yeah, it's not a good team, but is it the worst team of all time that their pick is going to be 4-star value? I ain't think so. Based on what we got now, I can eliminate the 6th pick, and I'm doing this like, and this pick. Like, this is the way I got to keep track of it in my mind. So I got to go 1st pick, 2nd pick, 4th pick, and so on. So this is the only way I can get it done. All right, now let's go look at bigs. And I would want to go get a center. Oh, 11th overall pick. Sabonis is added to the list because Sabonis is the 4th best center in basketball. And he's cheap. Like, he's an $18 million contract. Like, I would love to go get Bam Adebayo and all some of these other dudes, but they making too much money. And Sabonis is only making 18. He played for the 76ers. So let's go talk to the 76ers about Sabonis being our center. They want Tatum. They also giving us Brandon Ingram in this trade. I'm going to say no, obviously, but it was something. It's just not what we want it to be. So let's go build it ourselves. $18 million. Ian Martin Jr., Isaiah Hartenstein. We got the Suns pick. We got our own 2024. That should be enough. And then we'll give you one more second. Boom. Okay, I don't want to give up 3 first-round picks for you. I don't want to give up 3 first-round picks for you. I will, though, because I can get it back. Oh, never mind. That man Sabonis is extremely hard to trade for. Since when? I'm going to trade for Cam Thomas. Don't fit the challenge, but he's going to be a young, valuable piece to somebody. Not to me, but to somebody. He's going to be exactly what they've been waiting for. Round pick and Trey Lyles. Okay, now we got some extra pick equity to mess around with. And who did I just trade for? Cam Thomas. Perfect. Cam Thomas plus Isaiah Hartenstein. And 2 of the picks. There's one of the picks. It's not good enough. There's the Lakers pick. It's not good enough. And then one more pick. 3 first-round picks for Sabonis. What the heck? Now, at this point, y'all just being stubborn. Oh, my God, bro. They crazy. Yo, they are old. Listen, I know that DeMonte Sabonis is All-NBA player this season, but that's a grip of draft capital. And they, like, give us Tatum or we not trading them away. And I've got my mind set to get him on my roster, so I'm going to do it. By any means, other than giving up Tatum, obviously. That's where I draw the line. I'm going to trade for Big Val, who would fit the challenge, but we're really using him as a Sabonis replacement because they like, hey, we don't want to give you a center because we don't have a center other than Jakob Poeltl and Dario Saric. I don't know. I'm trying to convince myself that this is whatever we're doing is worth it. And at this point, I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay for Sabonis. And I don't even know if I've had Sabonis often in these videos enough. I am done. That's it. He's the most untouchable player in basketball. I've remade my mind up and it's saying do not trade for DeMonte Sabonis because at that point, there's no way he's worth that much. There's no way. And that's coming from me who's been messing with Sabonis. No way. There's no way. I just did all of that to try to get the assets. Nope, I'm done. And low-key, Val is the best center available. I mean, I guess I could try to go get Aiden, but he's making $30 million, which just don't. I'm looking for a cheap, reliable center play. We can get Brook Lopez, but I had Brook Lopez in the video yesterday, and he was awful. And I almost added him to my do not trade for list. He's very close to being on that list. So maybe we don't care about the center position right now, and we could go look some other places for some cheap options. We want to talk to the Milwaukee Bucks. $28 million Jaren Jackson Jr. We give them Jonas Valanciunas. We also give them Keldon Johnson. They say no, but they're interested. They're interested. All right, so we got Jaren, and Jaren can play 4 or 5, and he was the 4th overall pick out of Michigan State, and we got him right back in some green, so that might be fun for him. Now we got a lot of money tied up to our top 3 dudes. A lot of money tied up to our top 3 dudes. So these next trades might have to be for budget players like a Jakob. So we couldn't get Sabonis from them. We could go get Jakob, who's the 9th overall pick in this draft. It is not for the challenge. We were traded for Alprince and Goon to use him as a different piece for somebody else. I got to go into free agency and sign some new players. But Sengun is going to be a huge piece, I think, eventually in our next big trade. I just don't know what that big trade is just yet. But just, again, trust me. And I realized that I said that in yesterday's video and we failed. So maybe you shouldn't trust me. Just let me win this championship and then I'll gain that trust back. Trading for the Fro, Jared Allen. Obviously, he was like the 20-something overall pick, but you know how we do. We got $20 million with Aaron Nesmith and 2 first-round picks. That's good enough to go get something else. We can knock off 7 and 13 right here. The only problem with this is we already have Damian Lillard. And a guard core of Damian Lillard, Jamal Murray, and Tyler Hero sounds cool on the offensive side, but sounds really bad on defense. And I don't even know if it matters, but this trade would knock off so much. The only other problem is that's $31 million that we don't really want to give up to Jamal Murray. But it's interesting at least. 14th overall pick, Bam Adebayo. The last lottery pick is accounted for right there. And now we genuinely have a big 3. We just got to surround. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I had. Bro. Oh, yeah. Nobody's scoring in the paint. It's reps. And now we got Tatum and Lillard to score. And the rest of the dudes, y'all just got to protect the paint. And we solid. All right, so, yeah. The rest of the team is going to be hard to put together with all those contracts up top. But I believe in our ability to go get some budget players that fit the challenge. Like if I wanted to go get PJ Washington, he's 12th overall pick, and Jaden Hardy was 2nd. In my mind, I saw Jaden and immediately thought Ivy. And then I was like, why would he be the 2nd name noticed? PJ Washington is an option. And that's what we're going to run with right now. PJ Washington is on the team. I'm not even going to eliminate it from my list because I can't say he's safe. But the 12th overall pick is accounted for. Where's Blake Griffin? Is Blake Griffin sitting in free agency? I mean, I hope not for his sake. Okay, he's not. Cool. I'm going to go trade for Blake Griffin, and he's going to represent our 1st overall pick. He's just going to be the cheapest option, and everybody else that was drafted 1st overall is making a lot of money or a decent amount of money, and Blake Griffin is making $1 million. Look at that. Boom. We got a deal. Blake Griffin is going to come in, and he's going to represent the 1st overall pick. He will not play. I'm going to say that again. He will not play, but he's on the roster. He's probably the 14th man on this roster. We need to figure out our shooting guard position. So we got 2nd pick, 5th pick, 7th pick, 8th pick, 9th pick, yada, yada, yada. I feel like Victor Oladipo is going to get traded for at one point in this video. I just have a gut feeling that say PJ is getting traded for. And you know what? Chris Dunn might stay because we still got to get rid of the 5th pick. I might just say Chris Dunn is safe, low key. I think Chris Dunn, I'm taking 5th off. Chris Dunn is accounted for, the 5th overall pick. Look at that. We still got to get 11, and there's our guy Devin Vassell, and he can play shooting guard for us. So that's actually pretty solid. Fourth trade. Keep that in mind. 4th trade. We do got Killian Hayes, and 7 is still up there. I'd rather not trade for Killian Hayes. And that does not count as Killian Hayes slander, because I know on this channel I said I was not slandering him anymore. That does not count as slander, ladies and gentlemen. That's just me saying I don't want him on the team. We will go trade for Devin Vassell. That's a really solid young piece to run our 2. And now we can get 11 off the list. And is that Johnny Davis under him? It is. And he would be 10. Now, I don't want Johnny Davis on my team. I don't want him on my team because I think we're going to need somebody that can play a backup wing position. So I'm going to trade Johnny Davis and hopefully get somebody else that can represent him because, yeah, that's not it. That's not it. There's 9 again. Johnny Davis got 3-star value, so shout out to him for coming in. Jakob can come in and play, but we already got Bam and Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't even know if we want to use a lot of resources for a backup center because our center/power forward core is insane. I'm going to trade back for Claxton. He's back on the team, ladies and gentlemen, but he is going to get traded. He's just a little bit too good to stay around, and I just wanted that big contract. Not the big contract because he doesn't have a big contract. I wanted that big overall spot to help us get somebody better. Malik Monk. Oh, we already got 11 out of there. I think Franz. Oh, we have a tough decision to make. We got 6. We already got 6 accounted for. That's Damian Lillard. Right. We got a tough decision to make. Tyrese Maxey don't fit. So we already got rid of 12 too. So Jalen don't fit. Jabari don't fit either. Tough decision because this trade, where are you at, has Tyler Hero, who is an 84 overall, and he would get rid of the 13th overall pick here? Or do we go get the other 84 overall, and it's Franz Wagner, who takes care of the 8th overall pick? I think based on what we got on our roster, Tyler Hero makes the most sense to come off the bench. So I'm going to do it, even though Franz is a very, very good option. I gotta have Tyler Hero be the super six man. I mean, he's not starting with Damian Lillard, trust. Instead, it's gonna be Devin Vassell, who low key and he can do that. You know, that's why we're doing it, and not Tyler Hero. So we got the 2nd pick, the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th overall picks, the ones that we gotta finish out. And now I gotta figure out how. That's the real how we gonna get there. Here's 10. It could be Zach Collins, who's not bad. Zach Collins is pretty good. And we don't have a backup center just yet, so I might do the Zach Collins trade, but I got to look at all of my options. Zach Collins, kind of a clutch pickup at 10th overall pick. Trade exception, thank you. So we have a real backup center because it can't be Nick Richards because he was a 2nd round pick. So yeah, that's a pretty good pickup. 10th overall pick is done. So 2nd, 7th, 8th, and 9th. We good. You know, we got to trade Nick Richards. We know that to be true. We got 1 first-round pick in that trade, which is clutch. I could go get Bismack Biyombo in free agency for the 7th if we need to. Again, these players don't have to be in a rotation. They just have to be on the team. There's Marquise Chris as well. But the more amount of people we have of that caliber, the worse it is, obviously. Because we do have to fill out the roster and have people be playable. Ready for Bobo and John Wall. And then we're going to flip both of those together with this first-round pick. This is how we get it. Jakob is going to keep popping up as a 9th overall pick, but we have centers. We need guards and wings. Denny, I could slide over to a 3 for sure. I'm trading for Jonathan Kuminga, who is the 7th overall pick, so that gets rid of that. And I said we needed wings, and we got one. I'm changing him to a small forward. I know he's a 4 technically, but he's running a 3 for us, and his overall stays the same. So that's really clutch. Okay, cool. We need another point guard that's not Chris Dunn, I think. And that's kind of it, low-key. You know, I just think we need to fill out the roster with people that fit the challenge at this point. I don't need to start to think about need and position of want. Let's just go get... Oh, 5th is already gone. Dang. Like Drummond, don't need him. Definitely do not need Andre Drummond on the team, but he fits. And the last 2 lottery picks that we need is a 2nd overall pick and the 8th overall pick. And for reference, it's Dyson Daniels, Franz Wagner, Obi Toppin. Okay, we also got Colin Sexton in there. The 8th overall pick is kind of mid. Look at it. Throughout history, Larry Hughes was a good NBA player. Same thing with Miller and Jamal Crawford. But Rudy Gay's here. Okay, how about recent history? Outside of the super young dudes, we got Ntilikina, Marquise Chris, Stanley Johnson, Nick Stauskas. KCP's a good pickup, but we don't have the contracts for it. Terrence Ross is on a minimum. So we got options. If we just want to fill out the roster, we got options for 8th. And then 2nd overall pick, Victor Oladipo feels like a necessity, bro. I'm going to try to go get Victor Oladipo, I think. I don't know what VO's contract even is at this point in the game. But let's go try to get VO. The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm assuming that it's smaller. $9 million. And in order to get there, we're going to have to give up one of the pieces that we need to keep on the roster. And that's not worth. Unless we trade out our 8th overall pick, who is... Oh, we don't have one. So technically, if we pulled off this trade to get these 2 dudes, it would fit us perfectly because those are the 2 positions of need. We don't got the contracts to make it work, though. At all. Oh my God, we don't have any contracts. Every body on my roster right now is here to stay, basically. So let's go figure out how to make that not the case. Let's go get Boom, Zeller, and Lynn, and... Dang, bro, we real life to our last 2 roster spots. Ain't that crazy? Victor Oladipo in the 1st round pick for Jared Vanderbilt and Gabriel Deck. Boom. All right, so 2 is done, and now all we need is 8. I'm just trading up contracts right now. Vontae Graham's making $11 million. That's actually about what we need. I'm looking at it like this. 8th overall pick. I might still be able to end up with Franz if I play my cards perfectly. And if it's not Franz, then for sure it's KCP, which is making about $11 million. But right now, I got to see how valuable he really is, because we do have some picks, which will help. Oh, no, it's going to happen. Franz Wagner's ended up on the team. I didn't realize I had 4 first-round picks. I've been just trading and trading. Didn't realize Franz Wagner. No. Actually, GM might be like Sabonis' GM and be like, hey, we want everything in a bag of chips. So Devontae Graham plus 1 first-round pick plus 2 first-round picks Plus 3 first-round picks is the deal. And that should be done. The last thing I have to do before we check it out, I got to go to Tyler Hero. And I got to force him to be a non-starter. I don't want him starting. I do not want him starting on this team. I do like Devin Vassell a little bit more. And if I don't do this forced non-starter thing, then they going to have him starting. And I just don't think it's the best for our team is all. Okay, now that we get that out of the way, let's go down the list. Former first overall pick, we have Blake Griffin. Former second overall pick, we have Victor Oladipo. Former third overall pick, we have 10-time Jayson Tatum. Former fourth overall pick is Jaren Jackson Jr. Former fifth overall pick is Chris Dunn, who is sitting in the reserves, but it is what it is. Fifth overall pick. Former sixth overall pick is our star player, one of our star players, Damian Lillard. Former seventh overall pick is Jonathan Kuminga. Former eighth overall pick is Franz Wagner. Former ninth is Andre Drummond. Former 10th is Zach Collins. 11th is Devin Vassell. 12th is PJ Tucker. 13th is Tyler Hero. And 14th, rounded it all together, the man in the middle is Bam Adebayo, baby. This team, considering the circumstances, this team is super elite, bro. Super elite. I think we got a good balance now. We could use more point guard play, I guess, and we could make Victor Oladipo play a little bit. But I think we chilling because, boom, Tyler Hero plays some backup one. Oh, yeah, let's just see him. First game of the season, getting to see Philadelphia 76ers is a 30-plus point win. Yeah. I see y'all at the championship ceremony, man. At the parade. I do want to say we have not lost the game yet. I do want to say that. I do want to say this team is 23-0 is the start to the season. And we only lost because Tatum had a horrendous game. Like this, I didn't even look at this team as an 82-0 contender. But apparently we built that. We hold the teams to under 100 points regularly. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 times. It's not regularly, but you get what I'm saying. The defense is down. Joe Mazzulla, 74-8. We'll take that. You know, 23-1 to start off with. So we kind of fell off. We kind of fell off a little bit. But as long as we win a championship and I don't have to give away another jersey, I'm feeling great. Jayson Tatum was a great acquisition. You can see he making All-NBA third team, averaging 26, 9, and 5, 50, 40, 83 shooting splits. No all defensive teams for either of our big men down there. So I don't know what that's about. But as you can imagine, with a roster like that and a record like that, we are head and shoulders above everybody else in basketball by 19 games in the Eastern Conference. So with that, it seems like we should walk our way to the finals. I'm not even looking to see who our opponent is unless they take 2 games away from us. Thank you. We're in the conference finals against the 7th-seeded Chicago Bulls, who, you know, shout out to the Bulls for even making it that far, but y'all just were not ready. Who was even on your team? Shout out to, bro, this is another time where Jrue Holiday was the best player on the team that made crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. There's Kawhi Leonard. Never mind. I didn't see Kawhi Leonard. Okay. So in the finals, we're going against Minnesota, who have Shea and Mikal Bridges is a really good. They got the Bridges duo, Mikal and Miles, unrelated. Not a bad team. They got one hole in there. Terrence Davis, shout out to TD, but he's got to guard Tatum full time. Uh-oh. You know what I'm saying? They better switch that up and put Mikal on him. But I don't know if Coach Fitch is doing that. Game 1, I don't think he did because that's a triple-double for Jayson Tatum. And there's a 40-piece for Damian Lillard. There's only a 5-point win, so they can make some noise potentially. But, oh, I'm sorry, there's Tatum again. They call him 10-time for a reason. Oh, okay, they took a game. Yeah, they got a nice roster, I think. They got Trey Jones off the bench. Like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But the rest of their bench is kind of like, you know, Drew Eubanks. Who's our backup big? Who is our backup big? Is it Drummond? Who is our backup big? It's Zach Collins. Oh, yeah. Zach Collins had a good season, I bet. Yep. The man shot 60% from 3. Hold on. How many attempts? 34 attempts? That's like crazy. If you shoot at 60% from 3 and your coach is telling you not encourage you to shoot more than 30 in the season, sorry, I'm stupid. And that was just the playoffs, which still is impressive. In the regular season, he shot about 40%. That's dope. Yeah, that was just the playoffs. Anyway, we are 1 game away from potentially doing it. And Zach Collins continues that hot streak from 3. He's 62.3% from 3. And does he get Finals MVP? He doesn't. But in our heart, oh, no, never mind. He fell off. He only shot 33% from 3 in this 1 game. So he did fall off. Man, considering the circumstances, I think we put together a banger of a roster. I'm back rejuvenated. Because the last couple days, I've been like, man, can I even do this anymore? I can't. Leave a like.